Abusuafo me pese ye share sa video we.
All of you are not even a politician. Yes. I don't know what
all of you under Dominica Uni are saying that the judgment is bad.
All of us under who?
All of you under Dominica Uni are saying the judgment is bad.
Dominica Uni, you are saying the judgment also have a decision.
Wait, all of you under Dominica Uni.
You and the MPP also have a decision.
All of you on Dominica Uni say the judgment is good.
And you and the MPP.
Dominica Uni says the judgment is bad. So I'm watching.
So you and your MPP towards your position.
I'm looking like I'm
what's your position? You and MPP.
The MPP is here to issue a statement on it.
But the people you interview who align with you, what did they say about the judgment?
They discuss the judgment.
What did they say? Page what? What does it say? Let us stop what you are doing.
But what is the point you are making?
It is important. Talk about the judgment.
If you have a view of the judgment,
philosophy.
No, if you have a view of the judgment, publish it.
Yes, we have.
You don't need anybody to publish it.
We are here now. We are here. We are discussing the judgment. Talk the judgment.
So you talk the judgment. So you want to talk.
But you don't.
Why are you inviting me to talk about it?
You don't talk philosophy.
But why are you inviting me to talk about the judgment?
But that is what we have.
Dominica Uni disagrees with it. That's what I will say about it.
Yes. So
Dominica Uni disagrees with it.
So we thank God that you
are disagrees with it.
We thank God.
All right.
Yes,
so you and your MPP,
he's a leader of the bar. He disagrees with the judgment.
I'm saying that you should stop what you are doing.
Stop
because what we have is a judgment. If you have
a judgment with Attorney General disagrees with,
people you interview,
your Attorney General they disagree with it.
Have them look at this.
Why?
That is how
you want to be my producer. You want to be my producer.
Unfortunately, I don't have that power.
You want to be my producer.
Unfortunately, I don't have that power.
The people I interview, I should let them do it. Are you a producer of Good Evening Ghana?
This is the law.
You want to produce the program?
This is the position of the law.
You're a very intelligent man. Come and produce the program. We like you.
Unfortunately, I can't produce. Who am I?
Why you come and tell?
You know, it's interesting how Adom Otchere and the NPP are running away from the Sedina Tamakloe judgment. And I'm going to tell you why. When him say, personally, Emra Sedina Tamakloe and Semne Baye no, na me read the judgment no. But as someone me kind say, sa case way a yadie bia.
Because
it wouldn't go well for the NDC. Me and my party NDC. That's what I said. Se case na yadie bia yanhwe ya enkoye emma me and my party NDC. But when I read the judgment here, amuni na mo hwe ya ye ni na ye tin sem a judge no ekan no. No kran nyame anim ni. We all agreed say then Godfrey Dame did not do a good job. I mean, we all came to that agreement.
What questions like you are the
right? We all came to that agreement say Godfrey Dame did not do a good job because based on judges no fact don't we nimni ruling our mama no a trace said that be ain't no emra me read the judgment ni we kra no asemo me kind say then the problem should be the judge what's in our case no so because then the judges asemo mo can say judge now would the case no win the case no fairly and then the judgment clearly proves that, right? It is funny how today it is funny how today it looks like the MPP wants to run away from the judgment. You know, it's interesting how today the MPP are trying as much as possible to run away from the judgment. And there's a would notice all on my way the political talk show nina it's as if said the MPP are running away from the judgment because they know say if you go into the judgment judges nin semwa wo mo kan no nyansa wom. And so they are all running away from the judgment. And any single person away with the judgment they be who say judges nin semwa wo mo kan no nyansa wom. I hope you understand. So mo follow me social social media content creation platform nesto krano. Emra me ye conference was so on Thursday. I even said that. Say I have not read the judgment yet, but to me it doesn't look good for the NDC. And I said I was going to read the judgment. I read the judgment the next day, and after reading the judgment, I was like, okay, the judgment really makes sense. And that is the truth. I know some genuine MPP for our lawyers there. Listen, after reading the judgment, they've noticed that the judgment makes sense. You know, because in Semnibia, was financial loss to the state. And I read the judgment, my year. In Semnibia, mameno, yes, or they cause financial loss to the state. And say, yes, mameno, cars, wakwa sign a contract, be our person auto cars. Cars na 350. Na sika wapesa what they call cars no, times 2. But maame na ntua sika no. So how did she cause financial loss to the state? NPP aban mo baaye no na mo ba betua sika no. In fact, mo kra mo renegotiate deal no ansa na mo tua sika no. But it was part of maame ne charges judges need the convicting they say what cause financial loss to the state. And so ama maame no interna when I read the judgment as someone can say it could be say bia maame no wabokro no. But based on judge in someone wo didi so ka say yemfa nche maame ni ntum 10 years no kwa na nyame nim ni. Yes you obi akose financial loss to the state nipa kro no wo so otua sika no. Nipa ko kai kra wonye sika kra wontua ye. Now so you see based on the fact say we quote price yet times 2 into no cause financial. I don't know whether causing financial loss to the state happens when you've not even issued out payment. And it's funny. Inti so watch a video where Adom Otchere was on the show with Akwetia MP. And then the Akwetia MP was just telling Adom Otchere say, the entire MPP for one person will be read the judgment and will be speaking from the judgment. I'm Ghana for here. Into a catch up for Adom Otchere say argument make your argument from the judgment. And so you realize that Adom Otchere did not want to make any argument from the judgment because Adom Otchere knows say the judgment indeed vindicates the appeals court or the judges no. Every single person that we read the judgment ni bia be hu say judges no judgment are the appeals court judges no judgment the abanity and the no. And you see, sometimes it is sad because me and Mitihi, Sameba can't say then it will sound like I am supporting NDC ni. You see, NDC ni, you see, come here, out 10 years, now you're supporting. But before God and man, Munim, I don't want to even do that. I'm not even going to do that. But once you read the judgment, you realize that Godfred Dame was a big problem to this country. When Godfred Dame or Attorney General, no, he was I'm going to do a special video on that. But you realize that Godfred Dame was a big problem to this country. Because for to any now, if you Godfred Dame, one year nejuma ye, even if maame no bokro no krana Godfred Dame anye nejuma ye, and ye rashi and ye kokoche maame ni tumo, and le maame no he, dia babisi. Ghana ni bia wutie me no book we eye asset ba ko a e wo se wo keep e wo fie to book we ma wo ho to ma wo ba to ma obi biara osombo e wo wabrabo mu wadanfo obi a opese odi ye wabrabo mu bia no to sa book we your friend the Ghanaian investor na sa book we be show different forms of investment a obetumi aye e wo Ghana ha licensed investments. The first one e ya de bia your friend emergency fund. Book we bet show send you set up emergency fund. Abrabo aye boy bibia betumi ato. If you have an emergency fund, ebeba na aba be save you. Oka betumi asay wo kwan so. Obetumi ayare, oba betumi ayare, nini na emergency fund no ebe take control of all those situations. Book no besan so atrew ade bia ye fe na endowment fund. A obetumi dia protect wo ho any future. Na sa endowment fund no nyame mpengu okokonya accident na untumi nye adwuma bioma it will take care of you for the rest of your life. Book no besan so atrel send ya obe set up a personal pension fund. Nkrofo bebre eye adwuma wie ekọ retirement omukọ retirement we no mo ho aba betwe mo o set up a personal pension fund. That will not be your case. Most importantly, book we betrel how to invest in the Ghana Stock Exchange. Now Ghana Stock Exchange investment basically it means you are buying ownership of Ghanaian companies. Now Ghana Stock Exchange it is one of the best performing markets in the whole world. A lot of people are making money from the Ghana Stock Exchange, but they don't know how to invest in it. Book we a better idea. Your investment be why your friend no mutual fund. Book we better how to invest in a mutual fund. Now mutual fund you don't need to be rich to invest in a mutual fund. I remember an example. You find say wa woba fresh. Now wa per license mutual fund e wo Ghana ha say o pese odi usika shim. Say o to me invest 500 cedis every single month. E wo a Ghanaian mutual fund mo. By the time I wo ba be 19 years now wa done millionaire. Yɛmfa ne sɛ wowɔ wɔfa bi wedi 10 wopɛ sɛ daakye bi odi yie. Every month for 500 cedis ɛhyɛ mutual fund mu ɛma no. By the time awoba no ana wɔfa ase no obedi 29 years no na oyɛ millionaire. Wankasa a wotie me wedi 40 nanso wohwɛ a wonyɛ investment biara ɛno ane sɛ wobɛyɛ mutual fund every month for 500 cedis ɛhyɛ mu. By the time obedi 59 years no na wonya 1 million Ghana cedis. Into mutual fund no, that is how it works. Small money every single month. By the time embre ebeba no na sika no aye kese. Book we better sanya mani na. Sa ope book no ni PDF anase ni twi video a. Free anase WhatsApp number na ewo book ne so sisi a. Na sa we Ghana ni na wa brochure na ope hard copy of the book a very simple call Amazon. Na search for the Ghanaian investor. Place the order. Baby, I will be able to ship it. Medase.